The Forge is about to get its second ever update inside the entire game, and there's a lot of things you need to do in order to prepare. In this video, I'm gonna go over a bunch of things that you need to make sure you do before it comes out, so that way you have a massive head start when this brand new update is here. If this video does help you guys out in any way, please go ahead and subscribe because that'll be very appreciated. But let's get straight to it. Number one, first thing you definitely want to do if you even want to have a chance at this update is finish your set. You need to finish your progression guide, and that is in the terms of pickaxes. So you want to get the aqua pickaxe, and then you want to get, I believe, the snow pickaxe, the frost pickaxe. You can ignore this void pickaxe here, and then literally get this prismatic pickaxe. And this is very important to do before this update because you're going to need it. Or if you have the void pickaxe, that's probably fine too. But if you need the prismatic pickaxe, you need to make your way through these caves at the spawn and then head over inside of this little igloo type looking thing, this hole. And then you have to break this giant glacier in order to buy the pickaxe right over behind the wall. The second thing you really need to do in this update is forge a fairly good sword. Now, I'm not going to go in depth about armor because I strongly believe if you have a good sword and a good pickaxe, you will be able to succeed in this update and you're going to be able to get better armor because as you know, there's going to be a brand new cave. This cave right behind me was actually leaked, and as you can see, this thing has yet to be added into the game. Right now, they temporarily have basalt rocks in here for exploiters to mine, so that way, they don't get an unfair advantage. So being able to have the prismatic pickaxe will give you the best pickaxe before the update in order to grind, and I will go talk about the new pickaxes that are coming too. But also having a very good sword will basically allow you to fight enemies that may potentially be added inside of there. Right now there isn't any, but since it's an entirely brand new cave coming to the game, expect some. We can also expect a brand new boss, which I will get into later on. One of your best friends for a pickaxe or a sword, I mean, is going to be something like what I have. I have this eyesight version of a spear. It's the trident spear. If you can actually get the angelic spear, it's going to be even better than this. Keep in mind, this isn't the best thing, but this is a very budget friendly weapon, and I did actually make a full video on this thing. It's this video right here. This thing was so cheap to make, and I could probably make 1 billion of them. But I would highly recommend you give it a watch after this video because there's a lot more tips we need to talk about. Tip number 3. For this one, it's actually going to be over here at this Santa guy because as you know, he has been here for around the week, and this is actually a limited time event. I highly recommend you guys constantly keep doing this guy's quest. Now, you are able to redo every single task that you get from him every 24 hours after you have completed the task itself. So just because I got it now doesn't mean the timer has started. Until I finish the task, that 24-hour timer doesn't start. And you do actually have the ability to go ahead and collect all 3, which I tend to do all the time. This is the best thing you can do. The quests are a little bit random, so you might get something pretty easy or you might get something a little bit more challenging, but it actually cycles through every few days. But the reason you ultimately want this isn't actually specifically for this Christmas pickaxe. Although this is pretty cool to get, it's actually a fairly bummy pickaxe. Like, it sucks. Same with this candy cane one. But one, you are able to get these race rerolls. And you are also able to get this candy cane as well as Hell Slayer recipes. These are some of the best sword recipes inside the entire game. So if you want to get it, I highly recommend getting them too. However, just in case the update changes anything, maybe sit this one out. I would just wait till the update comes out because there's going to be better recipes anyway. But the most important thing is over here, this Christmas potion. This thing is ridiculously overpowered. It gives you 25% faster mining, 20% extra mining damage, so mining speed and damage combined. And on top of that, you get 25% extra luck boost, all of which you have for 900 seconds, aka 15 minutes. And if you have bought them before, I highly recommend you check it again because they increase stocks for race rerolls as well as the Santa potions by 5 inside of the Christmas shop. Even if you don't want to buy them yet, that's okay. Just make sure you're constantly doing the quest. And for me right now, all of mine are super easy. Once again, I just gotta mine icy pebbles, forge some weapon and armor, which I can literally do at any time, especially when I'm making money. And I also need to talk about getting money because that's very important. In case you didn't know, with the secret cave, we actually got introduced a secret pickaxe that I've made a billion videos on, I feel like, by now. But if you go all the way to the end of this cave, there's this little bush here. If you enter this and go through this brick wall, there is this thing over here, the diamond pickaxe, as they call it right now. This pickaxe is actually called something like the dragon head pickaxe. That is currently a temporary name the developers have given it before they add it to the game. And right now, the only players that are actually able to buy it is exploiters, because this update has obviously not been released, and the developers introduced that for exploiters, so that way if they do try to buy it, they get banned, because no normal player can even have access to that. As you can see, one of the spirit guide people, aka one of the people who basically has a lot of information about the game, said the pickaxe should cost around 2.7 million if I'm not mistaken. I did make a full video on how you can earn tons of money, but basically a quick little rundown, which I highly recommend you guys still watch that video, is this one right here, and it'll go very in depth on the best way you can maximize this. But if you take your time to actually break a bunch of these pebbles and actually turn them into armor, not only are you able to finish this Santa quest over here, but also you get all of the benefits in terms of money, because they actually sell for a lot. Like, I have been doing this for a while now, and now if I go ahead forge, let's say, something out of some stuff you can get here. So what is something? You got aetherite, some rivalite you can get, and then let's go ahead throw in tungsten for the rest. I personally like putting in around 40 when I'm making armor, but you can do around 32-ish. A lot of people like that. They think they have pretty good luck. I personally don't, so I'm just gonna go ahead put in this amount. It's around 40, and come on, as you can see, okay, we just got a normal knight armor leggings, which is still gonna sell for a decent bit, and that took little to no time to get. Boom, bop, beam, boom, bada boom. Come on, hurry up. And this shouldn't be too much, but yeah, it's still a lot. I mean, 4,000 just for being night leggings. You can get this to upwards of 7,000 depending on what you put in and obviously what you get. But yeah, if you keep doing that and selling it, you will be able to make tons of money. If I did the math right, you can get up to, I'm literally not even joking, you can get upwards of 60 to 70k an hour. So it's very good. Wait, I actually did my math wrong. I believe it's 60 to 70k every like 15 to 20 minutes. So it's much better than I actually remembered. But yeah, I did make a whole video on it. Definitely check it out if you want to know. But on to tip number 5. As you know, currently we have one boss in the game. However, something a lot of players fail to realize is that this boss can give you ruin tiers that are far better than the ones you can get from normally fighting NPCs. And actually, I can go ahead and fight this in 50 seconds. But the best part about all of that also is that right now, there is a chance for you to get a miner shard with 2 of these perks. So you can get swift mining and mine power at the same time. And if you're like me with the prismatic pickaxe, you could probably go ahead throw it on or save it till the next update. The chances were actually pretty low before, but thank God, say literally the GOAT of these devs increased the rune drop rates for the boss in Island 3. So now your chances of actually getting it are significantly higher, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and fight this boss because there is a secret way that you can do it no matter how good or bad you are, as long as you got some decent armor. But here we go. Let's go ahead, go in this thing by myself. I would like to hide my quest though, because this is going to serve me no purpose. But there we go. After this guy spawns, you literally just want to go ahead, start swinging at him like normal. Now, I do have the ability to freeze him, so it's really nice. But try to dodge his attacks as much as you can, especially if you're not that good. But when you get low, you actually have the ability to go all the way up behind like where his throne type of thing is. And you can stand here as long as he's not performing the falling glacier attack on you. And he actually won't do anything. So you literally just wait, heal up, and then go beat him up again. Now, it's obviously significantly easier if you have things like lifesteal on your armor, bro. But if I'm gonna be honest, I have yet to even get some good armor. So I just completely forgot about that. Okay, I just low-key kind of messed up. But you get the point of what I'm trying to say. You're also able to parry him if you're pretty good with that little mechanism. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. The parry system in this game is a little buns. Tip number 6 is a pretty simple one that a lot of you may have not known. I don't know if you guys have been looking, but you want to go ahead and get certain races inside of the game. Now, I already have gotten the best one, and however, I would argue that you should maybe not roll for races until this brand new update comes out. But if you are able to actually get yourself the goblin race, this is going to help you out tremendously when the brand new update comes out. Because let's assume the brand new pickaxe is 2.75 million. And then this thing basically takes off, I believe, 12%. So divide or times that by 0.88, you will actually pay significantly less. You only have to give 2.4 million instead of 2.7 million. That makes the pickaxe cheaper and, well, it's better overall. But there is a completely brand new code that actually gives you 10 free rerolls. However, the reason why I'm making this video before then is because this code, Happy New Year, can only be redeemed before the update comes out. So make sure you redeem Happy New Year, all caps. And if you go ahead and press claim, as you can see, I've already redeemed it, but it does indeed work. However, it's only going to be until the update comes out. So when the update's here, you will no longer be able to redeem it. I would recommend you just join the game, redeem it, and hold on to those until the update comes out. There's still a chance, you know, they might add more races, which I hope they don't do, bro, because Archangel is already so ridiculously rare. And hey, if y'all want some race rerolls, all you have to do is literally just subscribe, comment down below your username, and make sure your Roblox joins are on, so that way I can join some of you guys. Tip number 9 is actually right here next to my boy Bjorn. Yes, I finally learned how to pronounce it. It's not Bjorn or Jorn. I figured that out. It's Bjorn somehow, but whatever. You actually want to go ahead and complete this guy's quest. I hope y'all been keeping up with my videos, but this guy is literally the best way to make money, especially if you're trying to progress through the game very early on. His quests exponentially grow in the cash you get. I believe the last quest I did, I got around like 40,000 of the coins or money, and I do still have one more. I believe I'm on his last quest, which is a little bit difficult. It's this one right here, Last Stand of the North, and I have to kill a lot of crystal golems and like elite orcs, so I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been too interested in doing it, but nonetheless, it's a very good quest you guys should do. Definitely finish his quest line too. I'll be done with it before the update comes out for sure. Tip number 10 is actually one that I personally haven't tested so often with what is the best method for it, but you want to probably find an NPC that you can easily kill, but also gives you some good essence. For this, you might actually have to whip out the portal and actually head over into the Forgotten Kingdom, but you want to go ahead and stack up on a lot of essences, because typically what I've noticed, every single update, you're going to end up crafting new armor with tons of brand new ores, and that's going to cost you a lot of essence to the point where you might eventually run out at some point. So go ahead, take a look at your essence. If you don't have at least, like, I would say 300 of everything, then definitely go ahead, grind it. You can definitely go ahead, ignore legendary essence, because we have not gotten to the point in the game where we're going to be using a lot of that. But yeah, everything else have at least 300, no less than that. That's also technically another way you can earn a lot of money. I mean, if I go ahead personally sell all of my essence that I have, this is gonna probably give me hundreds of thousands, right? So let's go ahead, put in everything, and as you can see, this thing, yeah, it's gonna give me 177,000. But like I said, my other method of actually breaking the pebbles is significantly better. So make sure you guys do one or the other. I personally recommend holding on to the essence for now. Tip number 11, something that you should be doing right now and something that you should do always, is make sure you are actively using your luck and minor potions. The difference for this is actually much more significant than you think. For example, even when we're coming to talk about like mining for money and stuff, if I go ahead actually pop a or if I don't pop a potion, as you can see, I'm not able to one-shot this icy pebble. So if I go ahead use this potion, from now on, I'm able to basically one-shot every single pebble that I touch. So it's very important that you have this, so that way you can do it. Now, I'm not able to one-shot some of them because I don't actually have any ruins on my pickaxe right now. But if I did, bro, I promise you, I would be able to one-shot everything. And this is gonna help you out significantly with the better ores too. You just don't realize it until you use it. And the luck potion, even if you're doing this method, there's actually a chance that when you have the luck potion on, since your luck is higher, there's a greater chance you get more ores. As you can see, I just got 2 ores. One of them is a snowite, so that's very good, even end game. But yes, you definitely want to have potions on when you're grinding right now before the updates, and always literally after the update too. And it looks like the developers have already started adding this join event thing. So another tip you could go ahead and say as tip number 11, I believe, or 12 we're on, is definitely join the event so you know for when it's out. And it does currently come out at 12 p.m. CST. So if you're EST, that's 1 p.m. for you. And if you're in a different time zone, I'm sorry, but I don't know any other ones at the top of my head. And I know a lot of you guys definitely want some armor recipes, and just for you watching this far into the video, I got you. You can pause the video and take a look at this, but here's a late Island 3 set, a mid Island 3 set, and an early Island 3 set, all for different types of armors that you can go ahead and make. I highly recommend you do them. They're very good. All the perks and everything is listed, but take a look if you need it, and shout out to Zach for all of this. Here's tip number 13 if you need to know all the different types of ores inside the game and what they do, but expect new ones to come in this update. That's why I highly recommend you don't really waste too many rare ores making armor right now, because like I said, you're gonna be needing those soon anyways. The basalt rocks inside of you are currently temporary, and these will get changed out to something else most likely. And tip number 14, as the last tip of this video, is to actually make sure you're subscribed, bro. That is literally it. No, I'm just kidding. The real tip was to actually collect minor shard runes that have a lot of luck and a lot of damage. Preferably with the most recent updates, the best one has been to actually get mine power and swift mining. 12 is the max for swift mining, 12%, and I believe 15% for mine power. So try to collect a bunch of those, because you're probably going to need to put them on the new pickaxes anyways, so definitely go ahead, do it. But also make sure you're subscribed, bro. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and watch this video on the screen right here. I went to picked it for you myself. I really think you're going to enjoy it, but click it fast, because this video is about to end right now. Hurry up, click it. 3, 2, 1. Bye.